And one of the topics that I have been thinking about for a very long time, and doing some research and different things. So I did a couple of things different today, and later on I will add some pictures to my post, because I was taking some pictures, trying new outfits, doing new makeup and things like that. So I would like to thank Crystal's Fashion and Tween Coquetas. Tween Coquetas does Paparazzi, so it's the first time that I'm wearing really big hoopy earrings, and they have this fabulous bracelets. They all come together. Apparently this is nickel free, it's allergy free, so I do like the product, and I have been using it for quite some time. And the ring also goes with the earrings and the bracelets. So with that said, one of the things that I would like to talk about, because I am very passionate about, as you see, is fashion. So fashion, I have been doing fashion for quite some time now, and I do enjoy it. I also like fashion with a purpose. So everywhere that you see me, that you might have seen me down a runway or doing pictures or whatnot, it always has to be with a purpose. So I don't just join an organization just because I want to be on a runway or on a photo shoot. I do enjoy those things, but I also like to do those things with a purpose, because my role in life is to help other people find and be a better version of themselves every single life. So it is very important for me to be able to attach myself to organizations like that. This year I was supposed to model at CMG New York Fashion Week with Miss Lacey Kupani, but because of everything that is going on, everything has been canceled to 2021. So I am still going to participate of the event, but it's going to take a little bit longer. There are other things that are coming up that are on my plate, so stay tuned for that. I did start my YouTube channel, which I am very excited about that, so this video will be posted there as well. I have started a collaboration for a book, so the book will come out on December 7th, and I am also very excited about that. And then photo shoots that are coming up, which I am very excited about. I have also joined the Strong movement, which is it's an organization that they encourage powerful women, and I am very excited to be a part of that network. And as you probably saw a few days or a week or so ago, I was wearing their outfits. I will be doing some workouts with them as well. So stay tuned, and that will be soon coming out. It has been extremely hot, and I would like to do some Facebook lives and some YouTube lives outdoors. Today was one of those days that I was able to come outdoors and do my Facebook live, YouTube live, because it's hot, but it's not scorching, and the sun has calmed down some, so it is a lot of fun to be out here today talking to all of you. So thank you to all of you that are starting to join in and chiming in, and I do appreciate that. I miss all of you, so not because I didn't want to be on Facebook, but because I was very, very busy trying to get a heads up with my writing, and I am very excited about that. I'm not only doing this collaboration, but I also have another book that I am writing. So this is going to be, and it has been, a fun time for me. And then I just want to share something with you that I read this weekend, and it goes along with, I'm just looking around because I heard a lot of noise. So something that I read today, and it goes along with what I have been talking about just now, and it is good things come to those who work for it. So basically, don't just sit down and wait for things to come to you, because that it happens, but it rarely happens, and it doesn't happen to all of us. So we have to work pretty hard to acquire and accomplish all of the things that we want to accomplish. So stay focused, stay inspired. Like I always say, live, love, and laugh. That is very, very important. Don't just sit back and let things happen. If you think that there's something wrong and you can fix it, don't be a part of the problem, be part of the solution, because that is what is the most important thing. So if you have a solution for something that is going on, a problem in your life, or somebody in your family that you think that needs help with something, don't just stay back and see things happen. Just like I said, don't be the problem, be part of the solution. So if you think that you can help with a solution and help people and all of that, by all means do it, but don't be the problem, be the solution. That's my my key point for you today. So I have judged some pageants in the past couple of years, and I wanted to bring out some information because I have some friends that are in pageantry, and they asked me some questions, and then I said, what a great topic for my Facebook, YouTube lives. So I'm bringing, again, I like to do a lot of research when I get questions, because people think that I might have the answer and I might know it all, but I really don't. I just like to do a lot of research and find out my answers so I can give people an educated answer instead of not giving the reality of what they're asking for. So pageantry is a lot of fun. You also need to figure out what type of pageantry you will like to be in. It's just like anything in life, anything and everything. So you can't just jump on the first thing that you see. You really have to sit down. What I tell people is you have to sit down and pretty much write things down. So everything that I pretty much do, I sit down and I write it down, and this is a prime example of what we're talking about today. I sat down and I wrote it down. The video that I was filming like 20 minutes ago, I sat down, I wrote everything down, and then I studied it, and I talked about, this subject that I was going to talk about. So it is very important that you organize your thoughts, and that way you can give educated answers to people. It's not just to jump in and give your, uneducated answer, I will say. Sometimes we get too passionate about topics, and we forget what we were trying to do and say, that it's kind of like, oh my gosh, what was I looking for? Kind of like those senior moments that we all get, young or old. And then we have to sit down and kind of like think about everything that we were doing, and then go, oh, wait a minute, this is how it's done. This is what I was looking for. So think about all of that. And pageantry is one of those things that a lot of people go, well, I did it one time and I didn't like it. It was not a good experience. There was too much involved, or too expensive, or whatnot. Everything that you do in life costs money, especially when you are in the business industry. But don't let people take advantage of you, because there are people out there that are truly and honestly trying to help you, and then there are other people that are just purely out there to just take advantage of you. So do your research. Don't just jump into things. I have been in the fashion industry for about over 20 years. So I have I have pretty much seen it all, heard it all. I have experienced a lot, and I can tell you that some experiences have been good, some have been great, some have been amazing, and willing to go back and work with those partners. And then you have the experiences that you go and say, that is not for me. I am closing those doors, never going back, and I will never think about it again. So, so in order to do that, just go ahead and do your research, ask friends and family. There will be people that will try to put you down, but don't get those negative answers to be a point of discouragement. Get those negative answers to be a point of you to start something, because even negative or not what you want to hear criticism sometimes can help you make the best decision in your lives. So you can put the negative with the positive and make sure that you come to your own judgment and understanding, and make sure that you make your own decision. Don't let anybody else make a decision for you. So like I was saying, in pageantry, there are hundreds of them out there. They are in your state, they are out of the state, they are around the world, around the globe. Just basically make sure that you do your research. If you're trying to go overseas and do an around the world or across the world pageant, just make sure that you go in with an educated understanding of what you're getting into. For example, expenses, meals, the dresses, the hotels, tickets, all of that. It is very important that you know all of that. Is there a step before that that might help you cover those things? So this will be a series of Facebook lives and YouTube channel lives that I will be doing in regards to this, because there's a lot that encompasses that pageantry world. And since I've had a couple of friends that asked me, I agreed to do this, and it is very important for me to get the message out and make sure that people are getting the information that they need. And if my information is not enough, I encourage you to go and do your own research. It's always good to do your own research, and I have been saying this since I started my video. So do your own research. That is also very important. I would like to say hello to Miss Diva Shauna Halley, and hello to everybody that has joined in. So I am speaking today about pageantry and overcoming your fear to get that first step into it if you have never done it. And if you have done it, this is probably going to be information for you to add on to the little box that you have full of pageantry information. If you have any tips or any questions or any suggestions, please feel free to make comments. I always love the comments, and I will be more than happy to answer them as well as we go along. So when I am judging pageants, basically there are different ways that pageants will conduct their events. So you have pageants that will do call it interviews before the pageant. There are pageants that you have to do interview, and you have to do a kind of like a autobiography or something to write in regards to you and what you do out for the community. There are pageants that will do all in one. So like on that weekend, they might be a 3-day weekend, or it might be a full week where they will do everything: the interview, the writing, you have to submit pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff. So you really have to be prepared. This is not something that you can say, well, I'm going to a pageant tomorrow and I'm just gonna go in and participate. Well, if you want to go for the fun of it and not have anything prepared and just go utterly for the pure experience, well, go for it. I will encourage you to do so, so that way you can learn from that and then continue next year. But I don't want you to be like the person that I was talking to that said, well, yeah, I went to a pageant and I participated in a pageant, but I was not prepared. I had nothing. I had no pictures. I only competed for the basics, and little did I know I had to compete in a couple of the other categories in order for me to be able to accelerate to the point of maybe second runner-up, or the top 10. So you have to really read what they're sending to you. You have to really be up to date on the trends of pageantry and questions and all of those things. So the Wayne score is, they use the majority of the systems. Each area of competitions is worth a certain percentage of contestants overall score. So judges give a numeric score, and this is just in every platform, every pageantry that you can potentially see out there, and then which is added together in a multiple and multiplied to determine the percentage of each contestant. So the interview is probably worth 25% of the score. Total is multiplied by 2.5, and then they determine that. And then they have a ballot scoring, which judges compare contestants to determine the ranking. So it's not just one person scoring and being the judge. You can have up to 5 judges doing scoring and all of that, and then you will have a team behind them that is basically adding the 2.5 or the 3 or the 5, depending on what category it is, so the ballot can even out and they can find out. Have I judged pageants where we've had 2 that score the same? Yes, absolutely. And then we untie that with either a question or something else that they have to do on stage, because we will not know that until they give all of the totals, and then they go, we have a tie. So the judges will compare the contestants to determine ranking. Each judge make the contestant they want to be the winner as a number 1, and so forth. This method is best for small pageants, which is what I have done. I have done the small pageants as a judge. So this scoring system is what I am very familiar with. And then to break a tie or determine the winner from the top 3 or the 5. So you can have anywhere from 2 to 5 people that scored perfect, like they had the same score and everything. So it is going to be the judge's responsibility to make sure that they do something in order to be able to break that tie. More than likely it will be a question. Questions are very personal, and judges are people. So they like to talk to people, they like to engage with people, and they will more than likely ask questions. So you need to be prepared with not only the question that you might be asked during the contest, but with an additional question that you might be asked if you become a tie with somebody. So that is very important. Don't just go in prepared for one question. Just go ahead and do your research and make sure that you find what are the top say the top 100 questions in pageantry for 2021 or 2020. So keep those things in mind. Mentioned scoring. So this is used in large pageants when judges need to make cuts quickly. So this is a quick thing. So judges often circle a specific number of contestants they want to see advance. Then the more often a contestant is mentioned or selected, the greater the likelihood of making it to the next round. So that's why nowadays you also see a lot of pageants that are utilizing social media to expose the pageant contestants. So because the more they hear that name, the more they see that face, the bigger the chances for that contestant to win or to be in the top 10. All right. So the strictly point scoring is perhaps the most straightforward scoring system. Each contestant is assigned a score within range for each area of competition. The scores for each phase are tallied, and the winner is the contestant with the highest overall cumulative score. So this is they use it in larger pageants, but they also use it in smaller pageants, especially if they have different categories. I went to one last year where we had to judge from the itty bitty little girls to the trendsetters, which are your 30, 40, 50 year old ladies, your mature ladies. So the pageant had to go a little bit fast. So we did use the strict point scoring system. All right. And then there's also something else in pageantry, and this is how judges will score pageant contestants. So all of these items that I have given you, if you study them and if you do your research on each one of them, you might have a better chance of moving up to the 10 or even winning. So competitive versus clean state. A lot of people tend to confuse those, but these are two types of scoring used in pageants that have preliminary and final competitions. I don't know if you remember when I started talking about this at the beginning. We were talking about pageants that will do things before the pageant. So those are your preliminaries, and then you have your final competitions, which happened during that week or weekend, where you go in person and you have to do all of the activities that they're asking for you to prepare for ahead of time. So and final competition. So the composed scorings is when contestants' preliminary score counts as a percentage of their final score. So they take both scores and they put them together. And then the clean slate means that the preliminary score that got contestants into the finals are wiped, and the contestants recompete on equal footing. So you have to, when you're doing your research, make sure that you're looking for that as well. And then there are a lot more about scoring and what judges are looking for. So you can go online and do your own research, like I said. Excuse me, but there's a platform that you might want to use, not just for your research, but also for finding out what types of pageants are out there. And I am not by all means endorsing anybody, because I'm not getting paid for this at all. This is just strictly to give out the information and make sure that if you're interested in pageantry, that you get that passion out there, you step out of your comfort zone and move forward and do what you have been dreaming to do. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can be 4, you can be 54. So you can even be 90 and still compete in a pageant, because there is a pageant for everybody. So Pageant Planet is one of those places that I went to do some of my research, and they are very very on point on everything that they do. So if you just want to use them strictly for research, you can do so. I know they have other services and other things that they do, but you can do all of those things as you go. So again, I am not endorsing anybody. This is just strictly for research, and these are just the platforms that I use. I have also used Facebook for research, Pinterest. I have used Instagram. So you can use pretty much every and any social media that you can utilize. And then going back to the people that I'm wearing today in jewelry and clothes. So Crystal's Fashion is in Richmond, Virginia, and I follow them. So if you go to my Facebook site, you will see them as one of the groups that I like. And then Tween Coquetas, Paparazzi sales ladies, they are also on my Facebook page, so you will be able to reach them out as well. I will also post the pictures that I took today before this video, and you will see some other pictures with these two wonderful entrepreneurial business in Richmond, Virginia. I do like to support our entrepreneurs and local businesses. So in this time that we are kind of all secluded and whatnot, I have been planning. So I have been visiting those sites and getting very excited for 2021 and what's left of 2020. So because I just did a photo shoot, I'm getting ready to do 2 more photo shoots, and I am also doing a retreat photo shoot in August. So I am very excited about all of this. You will see more posted on my social media. Looking forward in seeing everybody again pretty soon. I will be having another Facebook Live in regards to pageantry. So if you are very interested in this, I will give more tips. If you know anybody that is interested in pageantry, that they have been doing it for a long time, or they are starting to do their research or are getting some interest in pageantry, just send them the information. So like, share, forward to a friend that might benefit from this. So, and if you have any questions, you can absolutely shoot me a quick text or email, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have, send you to any resources that you might need. So please feel free to do so. I am here to help everybody, and like I always say, I like to inspire others so they can be a better version of themselves each and every single day. Enjoy life, enjoy love, enjoy yourself, stay focused, stay happy, encourage others. Be part of the solution, not the problem. So looking forward and seeing you soon. Stay safe. Love you much. Ciao, ciao. Bye-bye.